According to the American Medical Association, colorectal cancer is the third most common form of cancer and the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths in the Western world. Following regular colon cleansing program a good cleansing program can reduce or eliminate the cause of colorectal cancer. I've worked with colorectal cancers. They're not easy. Any cancer is not easy. I don't work with disease conditions anymore because it's an involved process. Because when I work with people who are ill, I am part of them. I am one with them. So everything has to be monitored, and everything is felt, and everything is the meals, the cleansing, the activities. It's a lot of work. What I'd rather do now is to help people who are well, like yourselves. If I can help people to break the blueprint, then we wouldn't need to be working with people who are already sick. Because I've been working for years now, 30 years, people who are very, very sick. Most conditions out there I've worked with. Some successful, some not. But I have experiences with that. And let me tell you, it's very, very tiring and fatigue on my part. And so this is why I'm getting on my pedestal and talking about cleansing and lifestyle changes. Because if you can break the blueprint for illness and disease, then there would be no need for doctors. If we can take charge of ourselves, there wouldn't be any need. Now, mind you, it's nice to work with doctors. I have friends who are MDs, DOs, that I work with oftentimes. And so they're good people. I'm not saying nothing is wrong. But we should be in preventative management, not disease management. Now, to me, preventative is not getting your mammograms or pap smear or males, proctal exams. That's not preventative. To me, preventative is lifestyle changes. Start eating well, thinking well, breathing well, living well. In the Hawaiian way of living well, being well. Every thought, every action, every words has an impact on every cell in our body. And likewise, it has an impact on everyone around us, in our community. So one of the challenges that I pose to all of you, or maybe I should take the word challenge out, and maybe give you homework, to watch your intention on your inhale breath before you exhale the words to someone else. Watch what your intentions are before you exhale the words to someone you're speaking with. And be sure that it is in alignment. Now, if you're upset, then you're upset. But when you're upset, and when someone is upset with you, and they're smiling like this, they're smiling, I felt really bad, but thank goodness, I mean, there is no alignment there. Because they're pissed off, and they're trying to be nice about it. This is in alignment. If you're angry, you're angry. However, if you're going to communicate with someone, communicate in alignment, which means that if they have differences of an opinion of something, it's okay. But to listen with judgment is not in alignment. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, my reference point in life is where all people are one. No one is higher or lower than another. gender preferences, free will, and so forth. This is the reference point that I choose. Another person may come from a religious background and disagree with many of my ideas. I can embrace this person's opinions or knowing what's right for this person, as long as reciprocated to me. If it's not reciprocated to me, then there is a conflict. So if we both can embrace each other's ideas and thoughts openly, without judgment, we can have a dialogue. Without which, we shouldn't have a dialogue. If there's conflict, stop the dialogue and move on with your life. Cleansing is about that too. It's about letting go and moving on. It's about not hanging on. We talk about development, self-development, ho'oponopono. The immune system, definitely. Peristaltic is the action of the large intestines, movement. Peristaltic. Definitely encourages that. One good herb or supplement to use when you have a large intestine issue, like constipation, pain in movement, is to take alfalfa tablets. Alfalfa tablets is what Dr. Christopher called the fodder of all foods. It helps to digest. It helps to bring function back to the large intestines. Definitely detoxify chemicals. Prevent disease, yeah, of course. Detox in the body. Impure blood circulation, yes. So that means diabetics can help. Because I have, in this formula, I have, it took me a while to find the right kinds of ingredients that I wanted. Not just any ingredients goes in here. It has to be the right kind. One of them that I finally found about a year ago is coconut flour. Now, there's a lot of coconut flour on the market, but not all of them I agree with. Some of them it's heated. I don't like that. It's got to be cold, sun-dried, and then powdered. When you heat it up, it can be rancid, and it changes the molecular structure of it. So I need to have, so in Hawaii, one of my things that I share in my talks in Hawaii, not on the mainland because you don't have coconuts on the mainland, but in Hawaii they have enough coconuts, a lot of them cut down, but the older coconut, the dry coconuts, the one that has water inside but it's dry, if you get the meat from that and put it in a juicer, now how many of you have juicers? How many of you have the auger system juicer?
The what system?
An auger juicer. Auger, you know when they drill holes, the slow movement like this goes down? And in the juicing system they have that now. It's an auger system, either single blade or twin blade. And the auger system does not does not kill the enzyme because it doesn't create heat. The high speed ones, you know, that kills the enzyme because of the heat. And to test this, one day we had a champion juicer in Hawaii and had a Mark's auger juicer. And we had coconut meat. Put it in both. And just the finger test told you it was very, very warm from the champion juicer. And this is true with all high-speed juicers. But in the other one, it was the same temperature as the meat itself, room temperature. Now you drink there's two different coconut milks. One heated, like the canned ones, and one cold pressed, if you like. The Hawaiian way was, this is cold pressed with the hands. Grated, and then squeezed. That was cold pressed. Hawaiians ate coconut milk every meal that they ate. They never, predominantly they weren't obese people. They were very strong, very healthy. So coconut milk, not the water, is very healthy for you. So coconut flour, which comes from the meat, is in here. Coconut flour also helps to regulate the sugar uptake for people. So people who have sugar issues, the raw cold pressed coconut flour will help them.